Well, what's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., and I am the Natural Born Thriller. And welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from June 28th, 2018. They were in, where were they at again? I know they were in Canada, but we're in Canada. They were in, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And your commentators were Josh Matthews and Don Collins. And yeah, they were in Canada this time, not in Orlando, Florida, in the Impact Zone. This time they were in Canada, which is good. Canadian fans are more tolerable. I'm not saying that the Impact Wrestling fans in America are not tolerable, but there are a lot more fans that care about wrestling when it comes to overseas than there is in America. But I'm not saying that Impact Wrestling fans in America are not those type of people. They are to a degree. Other than no reaction, I want these type of Impact Wrestling fans to at least give some reaction. But hey, at least they don't do any stupid chants like WWE fans. Just saying. So let's get to the show, folks. I'm going to be doing a lot of these Impact Wrestling reviews, pre-recorded ones, just to catch up and all that. So here we go. So Madison Rayne comes out to open up the show, and she gets in the ring to address that she's going after the Knockouts Championship against Su Yung at Summerversary. I said that Su Yung is in her head playing mind games since a week ago from this episode, and says that she went home and told her daughter, "Don't be afraid of monsters." That's why she will never be afraid of Su Yung. And then Tessa Blanchard comes out and says to Madison Rayne that isn't the best in Impact Wrestling anymore. To Madison Rayne, basically, that she ain't the best anymore in Impact Wrestling, because her time has passed and gone and all that. And Madison Rayne reminds her that that Tessa was pinned by her at under pressure, which I still don't agree with. Madison Rayne should not be winning matches returning. She should be putting people over. Tessa Blanchard was one of those people to put over, but instead she beat her, just like she beat Taya Valkyrie, who made her return recently, and then she loses to Madison Rayne. I don't get it. I don't understand. And then all of a sudden, Su Yung starts screaming somewhere in the arena. They're trying to find out where it's coming from. The lights were I think they were flickering at one point or whatever. All of a sudden, Madison Rayne got a cheap shot by Tessa Blanchard, and that's just the main event for later on. We'll get to that later. So there you go. So yeah, the opening of the segment, Madison Rayne's talking about that and everything. Don't be afraid of monsters and all that. Whatever. Rich Swann makes his debut. Rich Swann goes up against Triple E. Highlights of the match. Lee hits Swann with a backdrop, causing Swann to do a flip in midair and hits the mat really hard. Every time Swann tries to build momentum, Lee cuts him off and regains control. Swann hits a tilt-a-whirl hurricanrana, followed by a flip dive over the second rope onto the outside. Swann connects with a standing dive for a near fall. Lee hits the running double boots, but Swann kicks out. Swann hits the second rope to go for a corkscrew and gets the 3 count in the win. So your winner of his debut match, Rich Swann. And I got one thing to say to all the fans of Impact Wrestling about Rich Swann. Can you handle him? Can you handle Rich Swann being in Impact Wrestling? Just saying. Something that WWE did with Rich Swann. Can you handle this? 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 You know. But can you handle Rich Swann all night long? All night long. All night long. All night long. So that's that. Then we get to what happened in PCW at the Ultra event in Los Angeles, California, where Sami Callihan brutally attacks Pentagon Jr. in the ring. And they have Dave and, basically OVE, Dave and Jake Crest, the whole Pentagon Jr. as Sami Callihan removes the mask of Pentagon Jr. This time he was successful. Last time he tried to do it, he was unsuccessful, but this time he was successful. And he's got the mask as a prop. And then we go to backstage where we see Grado and Katarina, his girlfriend. And Grado apparently didn't know that Katarina is a wrestler as Winter, because she was there when it was called TNA. Now it's Impact Wrestling. So yeah, we're gonna see Katarina wrestle, and I'll get to that when I get to that review. But there you go. Gama Singh introduces Impact Wrestling's newest tag team, the Desi Hit Squad, which is Rohit Raju and Gursiddhar Singh. I think that's how you say his first name. But yeah, a new tag team, and they go up against Z&E, DJ Z and Andrew Everett. DJ Z takes out both members of the Desi Hit Squad with the double second rope elbows. DJ Z flies over the ropes, but the Desi Hit Squad catches him and throws him into Andrew Everett. Everett hits a huge springboard flip dive onto both members of the Desi Hit Squad on the outside. Everett connects with a springboard spinning heel kick on Gursiddhar. I think that's say his name. But Rohit breaks up the pinfall. Gursiddhar hits the sky high on Everett, but hits but this time this time and then hits DJ Z who breaks up the pinfall, meant to say. Everett has Gursiddhar, I just say his name. But then Gama Singh distracts the referee on the apron, and then Gursiddhar rolls up Andrew Everett. And I think he pulled the tights for leverage and gets the win over that. So yeah, the Desi Hit Squad gets the win. Yeah, finally, Rohit Raju gets a win, even though he didn't pick up the win. His partner did, but still a win. There you go. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a new push right now when it comes to the tag team division. And there you go. We see Sami Callihan earlier on the night. Pentagon Jr. also decides to challenge Sami Callihan to a match at Slammiversary in a hair versus mask match. And yeah, and we'll get to Sami Callihan later. We get to a video package of Moose's journey, and they call it The Journey. And Moose basically about he want to become a wrestler. They basically show him being an NFL player first and all that, being a football player and all that. He said that was never his dream. His dream was always to be a wrestler. And after that injury that he suffered from the NFL, he pursued his dream of being a wrestler. His wife at the time thought he was crazy for doing that, and then it's just about you're not gonna make the money that you once made in the NFL and all that. So basically, their marriage fell apart ever since then. And Moose followed his dream to be a wrestler, and successfully Moose was living the dream. and this will lead to him to be in the main event for Summerversary against Austin Aries for the Impact World Championship. Which, by the way, he should not be the winner of that match. By the way, Moose. I respect Moose what he's accomplished and everything in the NFL. I respect Moose for pursuing his dream as a wrestler, but based on the push that he's getting in Impact Wrestling, being called Mr. Impact Wrestling, no. It's not time for him to be world champion yet. So there you go. I want to be champion, world champion pretty soon, but not right now. Not right now. Austin Aries is on fire right now. I know Austin Aries has been world champion before and all that, but Austin Aries is the one who's getting it done. He's a better wrestler. He's far more better. So there you go. We go to a House of Hardcore show in Philadelphia, and to win this, Eddie Edwards brutally attacked Tommy Dreamer with the killing stick while Tommy Dreamer was having a match against someone. I don't remember who it was. And then basically Tommy Dreamer is getting beaten up, and Eddie Edwards is accusing Tommy Dreamer having a relationship with his wife Alicia. And then Moose approaches him after the whole thing was over and said, what are you doing all that, right? And then Eddie Edwards was telling him that Tommy has always been on. I mean, not Tommy Dreamer. Not Eddie saying this. Moose saying this is that Tommy Dreamer has been on our side and everything. And then Eddie Edwards was like, but basically Eddie Edwards wasn't having it and all that. And that was it. That was basically it. So yeah, Eddie Edwards is a heel. And he's becoming the new Sam Callahan now. Something that we never thought ever happened, but there you go. And there you go, basically, yeah. So we move on. So we get to the clubhouse of LAX. Konnan interrupts King, Santana, and Ortiz because Konnan is happy to see Santana and Ortiz, but once again he's accusing King, Eddie Kingston, but they call him King, for calling the hit on Konnan, and also they start arguing all that. You have Santana and Ortiz try to break it up and everything. King leaves. Konnan tells Santana Ortiz that he's got proof. He's gonna have to prove that it was King. That he's got you guys fooled and all that. This is intriguing, folks. I'm enjoying this storyline between LAX. When it comes to Eddie Kingston making his return by being called King. So I'm loving this. I am loving this, folks. And yeah, I got nothing to say about that other than I'm loving this feud. Basically, I'm loving this program that they're doing here. We get the X Division, we get the X Division champion Matt Sydal versus Desmond Xavier in the match. Highlights of the match: Xavier drop kicks Sydal to the outside, but when he attempts to a high flying move, Sydal escapes under the ring. Sydal hits a vicious dragon screw leg whip onto Xavier. Xavier plummets Sydal into the corner, but the referee pulls him off, allowing Sydal to regain control. Xavier flips over on the top rope with a huge flip dive, but tweaks his knee a little bit in the process. Sydal throws the ref into the ropes, knocking Xavier off the ropes. Sydal follows it up with a unique finishing move as he plants Xavier head first into the mat and gets a 3 count in the win. So there you go. So basically Matt Sydal wins a match here. As he always does, but still. After the match, Brian Cage makes his way to the ring, but then he's going to go after Matt Sydal, but gets attacked by Congo Kong. And I don't remember if it was this episode, but Congo Kong has got a new hairdo. But Congo Kong is basically attacking Brian Cage as Matt Sydal hits Brian Cage from behind with the estimation title belt because Brian Cage was getting a comeback here. And then Jimmy Jacobs gives Congo Kong the orders to lay out Brian Cage with a huge top rope splash, and that's what happened. And there you go. So that's good, and that will lead to the next Impact Wrestling show I will do a review on. We get OVE doing an OVE cam. Sami Callihan is talking about how you want to face me at Summerversary, mask versus hair. And he's like, I accept. He didn't waste any time accepting that challenge. And there you go. They announced at Summerversary it's going to be a 4-way match with Rich Swann, Johnny Impact, with the return of Johnny Impact, New Japan's Bone Soldier, Ishimori, and Phoenix to go against each other. We go backstage and we get this interviewer, this new interviewer basically, Alicia Atout. Now, if you don't know who she is, look her up on YouTube or at least Google her. She's a huge wrestling fan, also a huge fan of the music industry. She does a lot of interviews when it comes to wrestlers, to magicians and all that, a couple of celebrities. Yeah, Alicia Atout is a new interviewer for Impact Wrestling. Now I don't know what's going on with Mackenzie Mitchell. I heard that she was released from Impact Wrestling, so she could pursue other things that she wanted to do in Los Angeles, California, I believe. I don't know I don't know the full story of it, but I'll get back to that when I get to it. But basically, she was interviewing the world champion Austin Aries, criticizing Moose about failing his first choice of his career, professional football. And Austin Aries said something about he didn't fail at his first career choice when it comes to Austin Aries, and that's wrestling. And and as he's talking on all that, I hear boos from these fans, which it was not an organic boos. It was obviously one of these type of sound bites type of boos that's not from real wrestling fans. Like really Impact Wrestling. That was stupid. I call it right. When I heard that, I caught that. Like, yeah, don't try to insult my intelligence in Impact Wrestling. That was not an organic boost to Austin Aries. Main event time. We get Madison and Rayne versus Tessa Blanchard. And keep in mind, Madison and Rayne is back. And Madison and Rayne is going up against a new talent in Tessa Blanchard. At least when it comes to this match, they gotta find a way to have Tessa Blanchard win this match against Madison and Rayne. So here's what happened. So Tessa starts dominating in early on going of the match. She hits an impressive layout vertical suplex. Tessa jumps off the top rope, but Madison avoids it and hits Enziguri to build up momentum. Madison connects with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors, followed by a sliding clothesline for a near fall. Tessa plants Madison outside of the corner of turnbuckles, but kicks her. But Madison Rayne kicks out. Madison hits. Madison kicked out in the corner as the referee stops Tessa for continuing the attack. Tessa pushes the referee out of the way, and that distraction follows Madison Rayne with a crucifix pin and gets a 3 count and the win. Madison Rayne winning matches against a newcomer in Impact Wrestling. What is going on here? Now I get it. She's the number 1 contender against the Impact World Champion. The Impact Knockouts Champion, Su Yung, for Summerversary. Yeah, could have found other ways to book this match, in a strong faction, for to at least protect Tessa Blanchard in the loss. And no, I need more than a distraction. Like, but after the match, Tessa Blanchard attacks Madison Rayne from behind. Su Yung comes out with her undead bridesmaid, and then Tessa Blanchard retreats, which led to Su Yung to hit the panic switch onto Madison Rayne. Well, actually, before that happened, I gotta bring this up. The zombies, the undead bridesmaids. Well, I guess they are zombies either way. They're surrounding Madison Rayne and they start beating her up and all that. I thought that was funny. And then that's what Su Yung did hit the panic switch onto Madison Rayne. And then we get the return of Ali coming in to save the day. And there you go. Ali saved the day. Su Yung and bridesmaids retreats, and that's how the show ends. Madison Rayne is getting a strong booking by winning matches, and yeah, I don't like this, folks. I do not like this at all, because Madison Rayne's time has come and gone. It's time for the newcomers to take over. When it comes to the Knockouts division, and Madison Rayne is not the way. Is not that. I don't understand. I don't get it. This is nothing against Madison Rayne. I love Madison Rayne, obviously. I wish she would have married someone better than Josh Matthews, but that's another story there. I guess it's just their own. But yeah, I love Madison Rayne. I respect her in-ring work and everything. Fan of hers, obviously, but no, she should not be winning matches anymore. That's just how I feel. And that's basically it. That's basically it, and it for the show, basically. And yeah, there you go. Total amount of wrestling for hour number 1. I should mention, by the way, 2 matches. Total amount of wrestling for hour number 2. 2 matches. Total amount of wrestling for Impact Wrestling overall from June 28th, 2018. 4 matches. And my overall show rating for the show, I'm gonna go 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. And that's it. So, and yeah, that's my overall show rating, and I'm gonna stick to it. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., and I am the Natural Born Thriller. Please subscribe and take a shot with the Natural Born Thriller. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this review, give it a thumbs down. Either way, choice is yours and yours alone, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So you all take care. Peace on the streets, and I'm out. Take care.